Hi, everybody. Just making sure everything is working. If anybody appears online, if you could tell me that you can hear me okay, that'd be fantastic. So, morning to you all. It's a bit chilly today, so I've got the layers on. Don't know what it's like near you. Please let me know in the comments if it's just as chilly. We've done really well so far down here. It's in double figures up until this last couple of days, and it's got very cold all of a sudden. So yeah, so I'm hidden away in my back room, uh, bundled up. So basically, today I am here to talk to you about hypnotherapy and well, thank you. Yep, I'm assuming everybody can hear me then. If I'm getting responses, I'm taking that well. Right. So I'm here to talk about hypnotherapy and weight control or weight loss, um, and how it can help you, support you to lose weight because there's so much out there that's not necessarily true or embellishes, should we say. So I'm here to sort of talk to you about how it can actually help you, what we can use it for, and to answer any questions that you might have. So as we're going along, please do pop in the comments if you have any questions about anything on today's topic. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Amanda and this is Taylor Transformations. And I started my business, I think we officially launched just over a year ago. Might be heading into partway through our 2 year period at the moment. Um, yeah, before that, I had been training as a hypnotherapist for several years. Um, that came around um, as I was going through a really difficult time. I wasn't in the best of places. And someone suggested to me hypnotherapy. I thought, you know what? Let's give it a go. Why not? Um, I went for a free weekend with the wonderful Angela from Evolve Hypnotherapy, um, and it changed absolutely everything. It made such a difference to my life. I wanted to learn more. So I spent a good year working on myself, having hypnotherapy sessions, and then the year after, I said I need to do more about this, so I did the course, and I found out just how much hypnotherapy can help your life, how powerful our minds are. Um, it helped me to pick up a lot of habits that oh, I didn't realize I was doing, um, some of which do affect weight as well, which is probably where I think I'm going to start off. So, one of the first tips I'm going to give you before we go into sort of hypnotherapy and how that can help you is just a couple of little mindset things that can really make a difference. And if you can start doing this now, start recognizing it now, it will already help you on your weight control journey. So, one of them, as you'll have noticed, is I am using the phrase weight control instead of weight loss. Why? If you lose something, it strongly suggests that you can find it again. So, all people that are talking about weight loss all the time, um, then that is basically telling your brain that you can find that weight again. So, again, you might have a lot of yo-yo dieting up and down where you've lost the weight and then the weight's come back on again, etc. So one of the things you can change right now is to change that language. So instead of losing weight, you want to control your weight. You want to reduce your size. You want to get to your ideal weight, shape, and size. That is what we are looking at. So something so simple can make such a difference because our brain is very, very literal and it will take what we say as read. So even if you're making a joke about yourself, maybe sometimes you've been a little bit negative on the negative side about, oh, I'm so stupid, or comments along those lines. Your brain is taking that as read, that is taking that as an instruction. So again, if we switch this around, switch the language, be careful what we say. There's no need to be mean to yourself. If you catch yourself doing it, don't tell yourself off. Just acknowledge it, accept it, and rephrase it. So again, the word try. Word try suggests that we can fail. So how often have we turned around and said, "Oh, I tried to ring you last night." Well, you didn't try, did you? You actually rang them. They just weren't there. Try is such a difficult word, and I am very guilty of this. And I used to say this all the time, and I'd get told off and caught out saying, "No, you're not going to try, are you? You're going to do it." So again, just think about rephrasing that. You're not trying. We are doing. We will do. We are doing. Again, it's just giving our brains a different instruction. Just little simple changes like this can make such a difference, especially on a weight control journey. Again, things like I can't, I might suggest you're not gonna. So, I am doing, I can do, I will do. Just rephrasing those little words can just make a difference. So that's all about language, and that is your first tip. So straight in there with a tip, think about language. A good way to do this is maybe keep a little blog or journal with you and just make some notes on there. Whenever you're saying any of these negative words or words that you think could potentially be misconstrued as something else, write it down, think of an alternative, and then when you catch yourself doing it, deep breaths, be kind, rephrase. And eventually it will become second nature. I very rarely use the word try now. Every now and then it does slip out. However, I do my best to not use that word anymore. And it has made a really, really big difference. Makes a difference to your motivation as well, which again is another huge part in losing weight or weight control, which is what I'm probably going to refer to it as going forward. So, hypnotherapy. Let's get back to that. So, how can that help with weight control? So, our mind is like a supercomputer. It does so many things for us all the time, so many things that we do subconsciously, like breathing, our bodily functions doing what they do. We don't have to think about it, they just do it. That is our subconscious mind working and dealing with all of that. Then we've got our conscious mind, which is the mind that we're using right now. Think about what we say, how we're going to say it, think about doing various bits and pieces. And hypnotherapy works with that subconscious mind. So it works with that part of us that is on autopilot, that part that is very literal, takes instructions from what we say. I mean, how often have we dreaded going somewhere and thought, oh, I really don't want to go to this, I really don't want to do this, and all of a sudden, maybe your stomach feels a bit off, you end up with stomach cramps, or something occurs that means that you suddenly can't go to whatever it is. That's because you've given your mind an instruction, and that instruction is, I don't want to be here, I don't want to go to this, and it will find something to make it so that that does not happen. So again, we can use this to our advantage. If we don't know about this, if we don't know about how the brain works and how it learns, it can be really difficult to know the things that we're doing and the things that we're saying that are having such a negative impact on us. But once we learn about that, then we can completely change things around. So with hypnotherapy, what we're doing is we're working with that subconscious mind. We're working with that little bit of us that looks after us, that takes instructions, that has learned behaviors from past experiences, and working directly with that, closing off that conscious mind and telling it to sort of step aside a minute means that we can work with something quicker, faster. Um, if we get it to agree that what we want is for the benefit of us, then again, it just helps speed up that process, helps create a more positive mindset, a mindset more goal orientated to the weight that you want to reduce. the size that you want to be, and it can make such a difference. So we can look at so many different areas because lots of things affect weight, um, affect us putting on weight, stop us from reducing. So what we do in hypnotherapy is we look at all the different areas that could potentially affect you. Again, everybody's different. Um, Everyone's an individual, but there's generally certain things that are commonplace with a lot. So some of the different types of things, I've just written down a few here. Sleep. Sleep can have a massive, massive impact on helping you. If your body is not resting, if it's not able to restore, just recuperate, then again, that can have a huge impact on weight. Um, so sleep is a big one. Confidence and self-image. How many of us have had negative experiences in the past, whether it been from bullying at school, things parents, carers have said to us, and just generally how we feel ourselves, not being able to look in the mirror, beating yourself up all the time, having that constant negative running through your mind of those negative things that people have said that you think, having that sort of switched on, it can have a huge impact, and it doesn't help you with your motivation. You can feel really down, really stressed, and it's not the best thing. So we can use hypnotherapy to empower, to accept ourselves, to love ourselves. I did a very difficult exercise for me, which sounds so simple, but if you are unconfident, if you've got a negative self image, it can be so difficult. So that involved mirror work. So again, this is something that you could have a go at doing, help with confidence. What you had to do is I had to get a mirror, or if I struggled with a mirror straight off, just a reflective surface. So like if you're walking past, say, a pane of glass or some shiny metal or something where you can basically see your reflection in it. And it was a matter of looking at that reflection, looking yourself in the eye and say, I love you. Or use your name if you can do. Amanda, I love you in my instance, whatever your name would be. Just saying that a few times. If you're out and about, obviously you don't have to say that out loud because who'd want to do that in the middle of the street? But you can say it in your head, and where you can at home, say it out loud. I really struggled with this. It took me a very long time to get this done because I was in a very, very negative place. But I can quite easily do it now. And the more you say it with feeling, the more it sinks in your brain. Our brain learns through repetition. So the more you are saying this, the easier it will become and the more it's going to sink into that subconscious mind. And again, it's just changing the story, changing up that language that we are using. If we are talking negative to ourselves all the time, that isn't going to help us. So let's rephrase it, rechange it, look in that reflection, look in that mirror, tell yourself you love yourself. Maybe you've got a few other positive affirmations you want to say instead. I love myself. I accept myself. All those kind of things. I trust myself. These are the kind of things that will make such a difference. It's something so little that you can do very simply for free every single day, but the difference it will make. I saw a video, oh, not that long back. I think I did repost it at some point, and there was one girl, she was very unconfident with herself, and she videoed herself. I don't know if it was every day or every week, and she said these positive affirmations all the time. And if you look at the difference from her at the start when she did it to at the end, where she'd been doing it for how many months, the whole difference it made was unbelievable. She was like a completely different person. And you can do that too. It's a simple and easy task to do, and it will help all of your life, not just reducing your size, but also boosting that confidence, just generally making you feel happier. So I'll give it a go. If you've done it before, again, let me know in the comments because, you know, need to proof out there to everybody that this kind of thing works because it really, really does. So, yeah, so confidence and self image. The next one is movement and exercise. So, obviously, you're not going to reduce in size if you're still sat on the couch doing nothing. Can't be bothered haven't got the motivation to do it. So what we can do is we can use hypnotherapy to get to that subconscious mind and to really help support you to change your perception of exercise. A lot of us, it could be things that have happened in our childhood. We could have been told things over and over again, which have stuck in our head, and we now see as, oh, well, that's the truth. It isn't necessarily. So we will get rid of all the myths, get rid of all of the rubbish that no longer serves you, and empower you to take back your movement, your exercise, your fitness into your own hands. And it's what you want to do. If you don't like riding a bike, we are not going to go and say, oh, right, we're going to get you riding a bike. It's just not going to happen. I personally hate the bike, absolutely cannot stand it. However, running machine, not so bad. Swimming, I quite like swimming. I really enjoy it. So, yeah. So, at the end of the day, we can just use it to switch our mindset up and start off small. At the end, it's not about, oh, I'm going to do a marathon this year, even though I've never done anything. If you wanted to do that, you can quite work towards that. That's absolutely fine. But it's about building yourself up slowly. And there's so many initiatives out there that you can just use that are completely free to get you started. Maybe you want to do a bit more walking, being out in nature, fresh air. That can really help you in terms of your well-being in general. It can help with reducing your size. It just generally makes you feel a bit better. So maybe you want to start off with something small like walking. There's so many initiatives like Couch to 5K, so many local walking groups that are completely free and it's just friends getting together. Maybe you want to do it on your own for some mindfulness. Maybe you want to get your best friend to do it and just have a bit of a chat as you do it. And you might realize you walk a lot further than you think. But these type of initiatives will help you do it little bit by bit, slowly but surely. And it's not a matter of I'm going to walk every single day. You don't have to do that. Start off slow, build yourself up. If you want to, you've got these Fitbit things or something similar. You might have any other sort of exercise watch that helps with steps. So one of the things I did is before the pandemic, I used to work in an office. So when I was in that office, I did so many steps a day. Once that ended, I then used this Fitbit to make sure that Monday to Friday, I do the same amount of steps during the day, during working hours, that I would have done when I was in the office. So it wasn't a huge amount, but I know I was at least keeping up with that as a bare minimum. Some people use it for a lot longer. They have the goal of so many thousands of steps and work out how many an hour. But what I like about this is it reminds me to move. So quite often when you're sat at your desk, you're doing a repetitive task, you're just typing away, you forget time goes. So this will buzz and tell me 10 minutes before the sort of hour that I think I put down 250 steps or something to do within an hour. You can set it to whatever you like, and it will buzz and tell me, right, you've got to get up and move now. You've got so many steps to get in, and it will make me get up and move. And it might even be I just walk across, go and do myself a brew, go to the bathroom, that type of thing. But that just gets me up, gets me moving, and reminds me to not stay sat at my desk, which again has lots of health benefits in general. So if you don't have that type of a thing, maybe you can set yourself up a reminder. Just remind yourself to get up and move it, maybe 10 to the hour, quarter past the hour, whatever it is. Just take 5 or 10 minutes to just get up, move around, and just sort of build that movement in. One of the things as part of the packages that I do is I also have some virtual workouts. Now you might think, what the heck is this? What does that mean? Well, basically, if our mind visualizes it, if our mind it's very visual, it picks up on these things. So if you listen to something that is basically like an instruction that you're doing an exercise, then it will tell your body that that's what you're doing. Your body will react like it's doing that. A lot of athletes do it if they've had an injury. um I did it when I pulled my shoulder at one point, so I struggled to do a lot of exercising that involved that. So just doing these virtual workouts made a big difference. So I'm not saying that's the thing to do constantly all the time, but maybe you've had a day where you can't get out, maybe you snowed in, something's happened, whatever it is, you've got that injury, then you can add these personal sort of virtual workouts to just add a little bit extra. And that's something, again, if you've not done exercising for a while, it might be the way to start off, listening to something like that and then encouraging yourself, motivating yourself to then go ahead and do it. Whether it's go for a walk, go for a swim, do a bit of dancing around the house, whatever it is, any kind of movement, and you can build it into the day. And quite often we'll all have that excuse, I haven't got time, when have I got time to do this? Well, if you want to do it, you will make time. When you are waiting for the kettle to boil, do some squats, do some lunges, whatever. It's more than what you were doing previously. So there are ways and means to do it. And we've got to get that mindset changed to I can't, I haven't got time to, I will make time, I will do this. So, yeah, movement and exercise. Great one. And we'll work it around you. Healing and forgiveness. So, again, this links a little bit to the self image and to the confidence. So, quite often we have a lot of experiences in our past that create these neural pathways. Um, so our body reacts in the same way. So, for example, say you see a spider when you're little, someone jumps at that spider, you jump at the same time, and then over the years, that pathway, every time you see the spider, you do the jump. Maybe it then moves on to moths or daddy long legs or whatever. It sort of builds up and it brings back that feeling. And with every time you do it, something else might happen and it gets heightened, and your body reacts in a way, your mind reacts in a way. And it's created a neural pathway so that when you see that spider, that's the reaction you're going to get. What we can do in hypnotherapy is we can create a new neural pathway. So we can convince our subconscious mind that we don't need that reaction anymore. That reaction might have been there to protect you as a child, to make sure you didn't touch the thing or go eat the spider or whatever. However, when you're older, you don't need that. You know a spider can't hurt you. You know there's nothing, you don't need to react in that way. So we can create a new neural pathway to help change our reaction, our emotions, or just switch off those emotions. So you might see the spider, acknowledge that you don't want to go near it, but you don't need to react in that panicked way. So the healing and the forgiveness is all about that. It might be that you want to heal yourself. Maybe you've had a traumatic event, maybe things have happened to you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be anything drastic. Even Christmases, birthdays can cause a lot of stress. Um, So anything along those lines that you just need to heal. It might be your self-image. It might be that you need to heal that part of yourself, that small child inside that was always told they're stupid, they're ugly, that they're a waste of time. It's that type of thing. So again, we can work on that in hypnotherapy straight with that subconscious mind. We can turn off those pathways that no longer serve us and create new ones to help us get where we need to be. Nutrition. Nutrition's another one. Again, I am not an expert on nutrition at all. So this is where you might end up wanting to get outside help with this in terms of what's healthy for you, what's not. We all know about well-balanced diets. We can find information out about that. But what we can do with hypnotherapy to help you with nutrition is maybe there's a certain food that you have that's not good for you, you shouldn't have, but you can't resist. We can use hypnotherapy to make it so that you don't want that food anymore. We can use it to maybe you're not very good at exploring different types of food and you want to try new things. So again, we can use hypnotherapy to help you with that, to try new healthy options, to just retrain our brain to think of healthier things, to crave the healthier options rather than junk food. It's not saying that you're never going to have junk food again, that you're never going to have that sweet treat, but what you're doing is we're retraining our brains to want to have the healthy, nutritious food that makes us feel good, to drink more water. Water is so amazing. And quite often when we are hungry, we think we're hungry, actually, we're not. We're just thirsty. So it's building that into, oh, I feel hungry. Let me try having some, sorry, let me have some water and see if that makes a difference. Give it a few moments, and it might be that actually you were just thirsty. There are other reasons, of course, why we eat. It could be that boredom is another one that quite often happens, where you just sat there and you think, oh, I'm not doing anything, therefore I must eat. So you can build in healthier habits with hypnotherapy, training our mind to, instead of reaching for that chocolate bar, reach for a glass of water, or maybe have something, you can get those fiddle toys and things like that, pop toys, to just keep your fingers. What's it? Maybe you want to build in another healthy habit, such as doing a little bit of training or something along those lines, just something different to get rid of those habits that we've built up through time, through repetition, for whatever reason, to sort of change that. And again, it's about looking at things from the past as well. So I'll go straight onto this one. So past experiences, beliefs. So maybe you've heard the phrase from a parent, oh, the starving people, you've got to clear your plate. All these type of things that we were told when we were younger to get us to empty, to clear that plate. Sometimes that's not good for us. One of the things we do in hypnotherapy is we train ourselves to say we eat when we're hungry and we stop when we're full. Quite often we're programmed, aren't we, to have breakfast at a certain time, dinner at a certain time, tea at a certain time, snacks at a certain time, and you must clear your plate, you must this, you must that. Those have been programmed into us. Well, that's not the case. If you are not hungry, do not eat. That is what we are doing to our bodies. We are just piling rubbish through our systems because we feel that that's what we should be doing. When in reality, you don't have to. So it's resetting that. When we were young, when we were babies, we had that system, and we ate when we were hungry and we stopped when we were full. It was in all of us at some point in our lives, and it has been, that sense has been removed. So in hypnotherapy, what we do is we link the brain up here with the brain in the stomach. I don't know if you've heard of that before, but it's like we have an internal um, brain in our stomach, and if we link those two together, we can get those reactions down again. We can know when we're hungry. We can sense when those hunger pangs are. And again, we can eat, but when you are full, you stop. And there's other things we can introduce at this stage as well, like mindful eating. So how often do you just throw something down your throat because you're in the middle of something, you're really, really busy, and you just eat it without even really tasting it? Again, that's not helping us because we're doing it so quickly. Our mind isn't having time to process that we've eaten something, and then it's telling you that you're still hungry, so then you eat more. So what we can do is we can use it to just reset that a little bit. Let's use mindful eating. So let's take our time, set time aside when you are eating. Do not be on your computer, playing on your phone, doing 10 other things. Make it a little ritual in the day. Right, this is when I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat now, and take each mouthful and chew it several times. It shouldn't be 1, 2, 3 swallow. It should be at least 10 to 20 times you should be chewing this food, getting the flavour of it, the texture of it, really savouring it, enjoying it. It might take longer for a meal, but at the end of the day, it helps you on several instances. So it gives your body time to digest that food. It helps it break down so it's easy to digest. And it gives your brain time to react. I am eating. I have eaten. You will then know when you are full quicker than you will do if you're just throwing the food down your throat. So that's another tip, mindful eating. Please go check out my YouTube pages. Got things on mindful eating and everything on there. I think it's across my other socials as well, but it'll be easy to find on YouTube. But that is a really, really good way to help yourself to start paying attention to what you're eating, focusing on it, savouring it, and just helping yourself to generally digest better. And the other one is stress and anxiety. So, yeah, that has a huge impact. It definitely did for myself when I was at my lowest point. I put on a lot of weight because you're just eating to numb it, to distract, to do anything. It didn't really matter. I didn't really care. And then the stuff I was putting in my body wasn't the healthiest of things. So again, my skin erupted. I was more tired, but I couldn't sleep. I was irritable. It affects your body in so many ways, and our mind and bodies are linked so much. So again, it's not great. So working on those things, helping to find well-being tools to help you with your stress, with your anxiety, can make such a difference. And it's exploring those, whether it be hypnotherapy, that is my go-to for anything, but you might have something different. And it's about exploring what's out there, giving you that confidence to go and find something. EFT tapping, counseling if you prefer a talking therapy, um, meditation. There's so many things, lots and lots of different things. But what I can do is I can give you some tools to help you, to support you to get where you need to be. And you might end up wanting to go explore things further, look at other things. But there are some things out there that can just help you in that moment, come back and just look after yourself. So, yeah, so that's what all this is part of. We look at all these different areas, and it's not just hypnotherapy. I will use other well-being tools, other exercises to help you get where you need to be. It's about empowering yourself. It's about getting yourself in a place where you're ready to do what you need to do to get to the shape and size that you want. It's your choice. You are choosing this. It is a lifestyle change. It's not a fad diet. This is not what it's about. Dieting does not work. We all know. As soon as you come off a diet, that's it. Everything piles back on again. Doesn't work. This is about self acceptance. It's about choosing a healthy lifestyle. It's about your choice, you deciding, and you getting the support to do that. So I've got lots of different options. I've got the most affordable thing I've put out at the moment is my weight control groups. So this is groups of minimum of 6 to maybe 12 people, either online or face to face, dependent on where you are. If you're locally, we can put up a face to face one. If not, we can do it online, where we meet once a week for an hour or so, maybe two, dependent on what it is that we're touching on, and we cover different topics. And we do it as a group together. So we have some time to chat, to talk about where we are, what we've experienced, to get help and support, hints and tips from each other. We have a session in each of those as a group. You are given homework tasks and well-being tools to take away with you and to use. There will be a Facebook group where you can all join together. You can all support each other. You can share things, tips, ideas, recipes, um, whatever it is. You can use each other to really build a community to work together. So it lasts for 4 weeks initially, £10 a week, which works out at £40. Now you can spend that on one takeaway. So this is really, really affordable. You can pay it all at once. You can pay it each week. It's entirely up to you. You'll get access to recordings, to meditations, to all sorts of different things that will help and support you. And also, you will get one personalized, separate hypnotherapy session just for you that works on the issues directly relating to you. So we'll cover the general things in the 4 weeks that most relate to everybody, and then you'll have a chance to have a one-to-one session where we focus on you and things that affect you. You can stay in that group after the 4 weeks. It will just keep building. More people will be added as we do more and more groups. Now, when I do these packages, I do them as 4 weeks, an 8 week, and a 12 week. If you want to, you can continue to do 8 weeks if you want to, still the same price, or you continue to the 12 weeks. Now, the reason I do this is because it takes 21 days to break a habit, 21 days to create a new one, and 21 days to sustain it. Now, you can do this on your own. Once you've got the tools, you can work on and you can keep working on. As long as you continue to use those tools, we're reprogramming that mind, rewiring, and getting you where you need to be. However, if you think you need that extra bit of support, there is no reason why you cannot continue along having that support leading up, because things come up in life. At the end of the day, we're like an onion. As soon as we've peeled back one layer, there's more and more layers to work on. So you've got that option there to carry on if you want to. You don't have to. There's no pressure. It's on you as an individual and what you want to do. You're still going to get that Facebook group. It will still be there. You will still get access to those resources and any new ones that appear as we go through the process. I also do one-to-ones where we in-depth make this all about you. Again, the packages are the same. We do sort of a 4 week, a 8 week, and a 12 week, where we go through everything on an individual basis. You get like a little logbook to sort of log where you are, and we tailor it to you. And again, it's the same with those packages. You can do it on a one-to-one basis in terms of I'll just do the 4 weeks. And then it might be, oh, actually, I think I need a bit more. I'll continue on for the 8 weeks, or I need a bit more to the 12, or you might just want to stick at the 4 weeks. It's entirely up to you. All the details for this are on my website, which I am going to post in the comments for you. Um, bear with me. I will just get that sorted right now. So basically, on this website is all the details. There is an inquiry form for you to fill in. There we go. It's an inquiry form to fill in if you're interested, so I can get in contact with me that way. The one I've sent is for the group sessions, but if you just have a look around, you'll be able to find the one-to-one information on there as well, with all the different packages and prices all filled in. There's also some feedback from various people who've done elements of this package, but this is the first really big launch that I'm doing on all of this together. So yeah, so that's that. Is there any questions so far? I think there's only one person in the chat at the moment, but we'll keep going if not. Okay. Right. So I'm going to leave you with one more tip before I get on to my surprise for you all that have stuck with me and have listened to this chat. There's going to be a little surprise right at the end. If you are not seeing it live, it doesn't matter. I will hold this on until next Sunday, which will be, she says, let me have a look, Sunday the 12th. So this offer, this surprise will last until Sunday the 12th. So please do take advantage of that. But before I go on to that, I'll just mention a few more things. So another tip for you is affirmations. Now, I know a lot of people can poo-poo affirmations and go, this is a load of rubbish. What are you talking about? It doesn't do anything. Yeah, it does. So as we spoke earlier a little bit about how our brain learns, it learns through the words we're saying, especially if you're saying it yourself, it will listen more to your voice because it's coming from you. Remember, we so often hear our voices and quite often they're saying negative things. We want to change that with more positive things, and that's what we can do in affirmations. Now, it's also in present tense, so we are saying it as if what we are wanting, what we are doing is happening right now. Again, that's how our brain learns. It's in present tense. If we say we are going to, it's a continual we are going to, you're never going to get there. So it's saying it's happening now. This is what I am. This is what I'm doing. So affirmations are great. Again, it learns through repetition. Repeating affirmations every day for at least 21 days can make a difference. Now, you can record these on your phone. There's so many apps you can download now, just record it and have it playing in the background. You could say it once every morning and then have it playing while you're washing the dishes, whilst you're sorting the kids' stuff out, whilst you're doing your exercise, whatever it is, you can have that playing in the background. Just retraining that brain, creating that pathway and continually doing that. You can do it more than 21 days, obviously. We spoke about the 21, 21, 21 earlier. If you do it for that period, it'll hopefully have sunk in there and got there. But at least 21 days for you to start noticing the difference. And maybe just write down how you're feeling beforehand. Do it for the 21 days and see if there's any changes after that period. And if that doesn't motivate you to say, oh, wow, actually, I didn't react. If this would have happened before that, I'd have reacted in this way. And actually, I did this instead. It's the small changes, especially in hypnotherapy. You won't, unless you're looking for them, you won't necessarily pick up on it, but it will become automatic for you, these little changes. And then when you look back, you think, wow, I actually feel completely different. This would have happened to me so many what's it ago. I'd have broke down. Now, It's nothing. Water off a duck's back. Yeah. So affirmations are a great thing to use, as are metaphors, hence water off a duck's back. But there we go. So I'm just going to give you a few examples. Think of your own, make them personal to you, change the wording, but they've got to be positive. They've got to be present tense. They've got to be about you, not someone else. Yeah. Again, this is a whole section we can do, and I'm hopefully going to do a workshop around goal setting where we'll look at affirmations as a big part of it. So if you're interested in that, please drop me a message. But anyway, so affirmations. So here are a few that I thought sort of cover quite a few of the areas. So I am my ideal weight, shape, and size. Being healthy is easy for me. I create healthy habits easily. I love and respect myself. So there's just a few. So with affirmations, maybe do 10-ish around the different areas. You can cover the different topics that we've talked about. So sleep, confidence, movement, forgiveness, nutrition, stress, past experiences, habits. You can cover all those different things, or you can just cover the things that resonate with you. You can look them up online. There's loads of different affirmations. Check everything out. Find what works for you. Tweak the wording if you need to. Say the affirmations and say them at least 3 times. Now it's up to you whether you want to do it each one 3 times in a row or whether you want to do the list and then repeat the list another 2 or 3 times. And as I say, record it. Get your phones, record yourself saying it, play it in the background. You put it on repeat. Say it with feeling as well. You know, if you say it so monotone like this, I love myself, it's not resonating. You can hear the tone of it. Say it with feeling. Say it like you mean it. And it may be difficult at first, but the more you do it, the easier it'll become. Some people sing them. Some people dance around and say them. So, there's so many songs out there now that have got affirmations within them or talk about affirmations. I think Ariana Grande has got one. Well, go listen to him. Go and see what they're all about. You'll find affirmations are everywhere. And the more you listen to them, the easier it is. So build it in. And if you've got a fun way of building in affirmations, please mention in the comments. Share your ideas. We'd love to hear it. It's a great thing to do. And it does make a difference. So I've given you a few tips there of things that you can do right now that will help your weight control journey, that will help improve your confidence and help you generally feel a bit better about yourself. Check out my YouTube page. I've got loads of other hints, tips, ideas. I talk about my journey. And again, check out the website that I've put in the comments because that has got a lot of details about the different programs that I do, as well as tips and ideas and a little bit about my journey. Now to the surprise. So for those of you that have stuck with me, that have listened to this, I am so happy and so pleased. Thank you ever so much. It's really important. If you can share this with people, get the word out, I'd be truly, utterly grateful. This is the time of year when this is really important to people, when people want to build in those healthier habits, but sometimes just struggle continuing with them. We hear about resolutions and everything like that. It's about a lifestyle change. It's about step by step, bit by bit, doing it, building things in. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It really doesn't. So please share this. Please get this out there. Now, because you've all been so amazing and because I really want to help people get where they need to be with this, I am doing a offer. So I want to get my first group up and running. So for the first 6 people that put in the comments, count me in, I will give away a free 4-week group session. So for the first 6 people that put count me in the comments before Sunday the, I think we said 12th, but I will just double check once more. Yes, Sunday the 12th. So before Sunday the 12th, we'll get to do my group session absolutely free for 4 weeks. It will be online. So we will do it online. We will meet up. I'm hoping it'll be on a Sunday to try and make it as easy as possible for people. If not, I can talk to the people that are on. We can find a date, time that fits and suits everybody. But yeah, so count me in. The first 6 people will get it absolutely free. The second 6 people, if they still want to do it, will get it discounted. So it will be £5 a week, which means you will be paying just £20, less than a takeaway, less than lots of other things, less than a gym membership for a month. £20, and you will get the 4 weeks. So the first 6 get it absolutely free. The second 6 will get it reduced to half price. So for £20, you get the 4-week group session. So I'm hoping we'll have a group of 12. That'd be fantastic. We can all get together, we can support each other, we can go through this process, and you can learn all about how we can help you get to your goals. That'd be amazing. So again, 12th of January. Thank you very much, Tim. That's great. 12th of January. There we go. So that's my first surprise. My second surprise is for a one-to-ones. So there'll be some of you out there that maybe the thought of doing a group is a little bit daunting. So I am offering 3 people the chance to get a free one-to-one 4-week session. I'm just going to check my trusted package here. So that is the bronze package. And that is worth over £100. You see online, you'll be able to see the full details of all the prices. So that is worth a lot of money. So to enter for the one-to-one, I want you to type in weight control into the comments. The first 3 people to type weight control in the comments will get a free 4-week personal one-to-one hypnotherapy weight control sessions. The reason I'm doing this is everybody is struggling at the moment. There is so much going on out there that, life in general, people are stressed, people haven't got money, and I want to make this as easy for people as possible. So yeah, it can be done. I have done this myself. Back before the pandemic, I was reduced to 4 dress sizes down. Pandemic hit, I couldn't get the healthy food, couldn't get my exercising in, and I have had a few stressful things happening since then. But I am back on it. I am sorting it. I know it works. And if you can commit yourself to these lifestyle changes, it can make such a difference. It really, really can. It's not about what you weigh on the scales. When you look in the mirror, you don't think, oh, I could do with losing 2 stone. When you look in the mirror, it's about your shape, your size, reducing, losing those inches rather than losing those pounds. And that's what it's about. And that's what we focus on. So if you're interested in the group sessions, count me in. First 6 people free, next 6 people half price, so £20 for the 4-week session. If you want to enter for the one-to-ones, 3 lucky people will get that. Please enter with weight control in the comments. You've got until the 12th of January. Please share this far and wide with everybody. The more people that we get involved, the better it is. This is a great opportunity. There will not be many of these happening so far. And because I'm sort of piloting this, as I'm getting it off the ground, I really want to help as many people as possible. I hope you found today's live useful and you got some great tips and information. And if any of it has helped you, please let me know in the comments. Please write me a review if it's really, really helped. That'd be fantastic. I'd be hugely grateful. 12th of January is the deadline. Please be prepared if you enter this for me to contact you and to get some details. As always, this is hypnotherapy, so forms to fill in, things to sort out. So please be prepared for that contact. And yeah, I will reach out to everybody. So have a fantastic weekend. Just a reminder, I have got lives every Sunday in January for Mind to raise awareness for suicide prevention. Tomorrow's is the first one at 10 a.m. and that will be about goal setting. That is what we're going to look at. So we're looking about well-being tools around goal setting because it's that time of year. So why not give you the best advantage I can in helping you get there? So please, please, please check online for that. It doesn't cost you anything, but if you can donate anything to the charity, I'd be hugely grateful. So I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. And if not, have a fantastic day. And again, enter, share, please, enjoy. Okay? Thank you ever so much. I'll see you all soon.